Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, let's start with the kiss cam scandal that saw two cheaters, should I say alleged cheaters, exposed at a Coldplay concert. The clip from the concert went viral very quickly. Chris Martin himself called out these cheaters. Tell us what has happened since. The fallout, professional and personal, has been significant.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Martin, this was unintentional when he revealed this alleged affair between Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and his company's head of HR. He said, oh, they're either cheating or really, really shy as they duck down. He's addressed the scandal since in Madison, Wisconsin, joking, tonight we want to give a shout out to some of you in the audience and feature a few of you on the big screen, saying basically warning people, if you don't want to be seen, duck. CEO, though, has since had to resign based on the chaos. It's the most powerful and influential Coldplay has been since I was a teenager, basically, and I'm sure they love it.
Well, the fallout has been enormous. Even the woman who is laughing on the side, people are trying to find out who she is. Is she part of the company? Has she got some culpability? Because she was obviously aware of something dodgy happening between these two. I wonder if this has had an impact. I'm sure it has on the share price of this company, and to have the CEO stepping down is a fairly dramatic development. Now let's check in with actor Alec Baldwin, his wife Hilaria. We've seen her humiliate him before, and here is her latest attempt at publicly humiliating her husband. I don't know if he's an active participant in these videos or whether she's pressuring him to take part, but they're pretty stupid.
Sing to me, mommy, sing to me. Sing to me, mommy, sing to me.
Kinsey, as I often ask you on this program, why?
Imagine that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, saves you from going to jail for the accidental death of somebody. And this is what you choose to do with your time. This is how you give back to the world, to these hideous TikTok videos. And this, by the way, he's a pretty good actor. What the heck is he doing wasting his time with Hillary from Boston, making these stupid videos? Get back to work, Alec. Contribute to the world in a more powerful way. You hit the jackpot. You didn't go to jail.
Now, royal expert Sarah Vine has written in the Daily Mail that the reason King Charles is reluctant to bring Harry back into the fold is because, and I quote here, the prince is a selfish brat with a pushy wife and he can't be trusted. Harsh, Kinsey, but I would say fair.
Yeah, she goes on to basically call Prince Harry a loser, saying he's lost. What would he do? What would he bring back to the British royal family? Again, how could he contribute to society if he was brought back into the fold? And that really Meghan is so money motivated that they're more of a liability to the royal family than an asset.
Well, it's a good point, but we're hearing a great deal about the senior aides for the Prince and the King meeting, setting down the groundwork for this family reunion. What's happening there? Is it likely to happen this year?
It could happen in September during the Well Child Awards, a quick meet and greet with King Charles and Prince Harry, depending on the King's schedule. But I also think that somebody leaked this story, and I don't see the value in it. And I talked to Tom Bauer about it too. I don't see the value in the King leaking this story. Despite the Sussexes saying they didn't leak the story, I do believe the Sussexes leaked the story, which goes to prove that they can't be trusted. So why would the King risk anything by meeting with Harry and Meghan and have Harry and Meghan or their friends discuss what happened at that meeting?
Almost defies belief. Surely Harry and Meghan know by now that their incessant leaking, their twisting of these family dynamics for content, for their different media outlets, whether it's podcasts or their little documentary series, reality show, or their Harry's book. Surely they've realised by now that is a major grievance for the royals and that it has to stop if there's to be any reconciliation. Why would they continue to leak when they know it's the biggest hurdle, perhaps, to father and son coming together again?
I think that they are so short-sighted. And, Bethany Frankel once said, Meghan Markle plays checkers and not chess. I think they're always in it for the instant gratification. And specifically with the leaking, I wondered over the last few weeks if it was because we saw the Wales family having such incredible coverage. Prince William on a handsome polo horse raising over $1 million for charities he believes in. The Princess of Wales on the tennis courts with the crowd screaming, "We love you, Kate," and then the entire family showing up at the tennis courts. So I suspected that Meghan was very bitter over some positive press, and that was why we saw a mini Sussex blitz.
Now, popular cartoon series Family Guy, they've mocked the Ginger and the Whinger again. Let's have a look.
Brian, this is a terrible idea. We could change the course of history.
You always say that, but doesn't history pretty much suck? I mean, the Crusades, Hitler.
Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle.
Again? Oh, like all of your wives are so much better.
It's not bad. The ratings are in for Meghan's Netflix cooking show that was called With Love, Meghan. It was a massive flop, Kinsey. It came in at 383rd in Netflix's most viewed shows of 2025. Has anyone at Netflix or perhaps even Spotify been sacked for the enormous deal this couple got? Because the amount they're being paid is completely out of proportion with the contribution they're making.
At Spotify, yes, a huge group of employees lost their jobs, and they were super angry over Harry and Meghan's deal because they felt like it was in part due to Harry and Meghan's deal. But when it comes to Netflix, the theories around holding on to Meghan Markle with season 2 of With Love, Meghan on the way are that Netflix wants to be the outlet she takes if and when things fall apart with Prince Harry. They want the exclusive. That's why they continue to, have that relationship with her. But you're right. The return on investment is simply not there. These numbers are embarrassing. Prince Harry's his polo show was well into the 3,000s. Like absolutely no one was watching. Actually, 500,000 people watched. Just as many as watch Lefties losing it. So more people are watching you religiously than Prince Harry.
Oh, yeah, we get more than that every night on YouTube alone. I mean, that is absolutely shocking, but completely predictable, because who wants to watch some sort of a series on polo? I mean, it is such a niche market you're appealing to, unless the star is so compelling that people are going to watch despite not having any interest in the subject matter. Now, let's go to revelations that actress Gwyneth Paltrow felt sad when she learned Brad Pitt had married Jennifer Aniston, claiming that his decision to marry her was evidence that he has terrible taste in women. And it's also alleged that she described Brad as dumber than a sack of shit. Surely not. I don't believe this for a second, Kinsey.
Yeah, this is coming from Amy Odell's new book, Gwyneth, the biography. And the reason that we are taking a lot of this seriously is because Gwyneth gave some friends and family permission to talk to Amy Odell. I'm taking a lot of this pretty seriously based on the fact that Gwyneth is notoriously private and would likely burn bridges with anyone that spoke on her behalf without her permission.
And before you go, Donald Trump has called on the boss of the NFL's Washington Commanders to bring back the Redskins name. They used to be the Washington Redskins after they dumped that name in 2020 due to, well, you know, the usual nonsense of typically white people being offended on behalf of Native Americans. Kinsey, what are the chances that we're going to see the Redskins back?
Yeah, he also urged the Cleveland Guardians to bring back their previous name, the Indians. Trump says that the public has since moved away from what he described as an excessive political correctness. I don't know. I actually don't think that. I think that the investment's been made. The logos exist. I don't think that these franchises will change back unless we continue to see the MAGA movement live beyond Trump, maybe with a Vance presidency or something similar.
I do recall a poll that was done showing 9 in 10 Native Americans who were polled did not have a problem with the Redskins name. It was essentially white folk who were outraged on their behalf, who led to that decision. And Washington, D.C. is what? Possibly the bluest of blue cities in America. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time tonight.